Hey friends, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. We have an exciting video. We're going to be breaking down Westman Atelier versus Merit Beauty. So I have 3 products from each brand applied right now to my face. Can you tell which one is which? Probably you can't, but we're going to be testing their stick foundations. We have their blushes and we have their light up sticks. So we have both of these, half on each side of my face. I am going to be breaking down these brands, the products, what I think, prices, all that good stuff. And then I am going to wear these products for the whole day and show you how they held up at the end. So if you're excited and this is your first time here, I'm Gigi. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. I do hope you subscribe for more beauty content by clicking on that red button that says subscribe, and also come to my Instagram because over there I keep you posted on new makeup hauls, makeup releases, everything like that. So let's just go ahead and get started. Alright friends, so let's begin, and today we're going to be doing an exciting video, and it is exciting for me as well because I do want to see what's the deal. A ton of you have been asking, so what do you think about Merit? What do you think about Westman? Which one do you think is best? Which one do I go for? Are they dupes or not? So that's what we're doing today. I am going to be doing a half a face of Westman and half of Merit Beauty. I'm going to share my thoughts on the brands, the products in general. So we have their foundation, we have their highlighting sticks, and then we're going to compare their blushes as well. So I'm going to talk price, packaging, everything like that. And before we apply all of that, I am going to be prepping. I'm going to use these Moonshine Primer by Juno & Co. These foundation sticks both are, you know, just emollient kind of foundations. They I feel like they're very comparable, but we're going to talk all about them in just a minute. Let's start off with Westman foundation. So this is called the Vital Skin Foundation. In here you get 9 grams of product and you pay $68. I've mentioned this about this brand, and this is luxury at its max in my opinion. So the packaging has really little comparison. I like to apply few stripes of the product and then just blend them. This foundation has a light medium coverage. It could be built up, but I don't like to build it up too much because I feel like it will set on my smile lines or will emphasize any dryness that I may be experiencing at the time. So I do 2 stripes like that. Gives me a light, you know, coverage. Then I just go ahead and apply a little bit more right here, just in the center of my face. And this is the foundation blender. So you can see that it really evens out everything. Just gives me a very natural look to my skin. This foundation has like a satin you know, finish. It's not really glowy, but it's very natural. You can still see through all my, you know, hyperpigmentations and everything. Now let's do Merit. When it comes to Merit's packaging, it is also nice. It is not as heavy duty as this one. This weighs a lot more. You get the magnetic. Here you don't really get that. You have to pull on the cap. It is substantial when you hold it. It feels really nice. At the top you get the logo, and here you get 3.7 grams of product. So it is half of what you get on Westman. Paid 49 Canadian dollars on Merit. So this is few stripes that I did on my face, and let's blend. On Merit's, I have the shade Camel, and it's almost an exact match to my complexion. It is really nice. You can't really tell which one looks best. They're both really nice, you know, colors for me. I do feel like Westman is a little bit more creamy and just a little bit more glowy than this one. Merit is just a little bit drier, and I do feel like Merit, if you go too close to like my nasal folds here, it will emphasize, you know, any dryness that I have. And usually my problem area is around my mouth, and this tends to really emphasize, you know, those problems. With Merit, I don't like to really you know, just build up too much, but I'm gonna do just a little bit more right here, like so. And this is all the coverage that I'm going to get from these. So we're going to be testing their longevity, and I did want to talk on ingredients. So when it comes to Westman and Merit, they're both clean beauties. They do claim to have, you know, no parabens, they're vegan, cruelty-free, all those good things. I did want to point out that Westman's foundation stick has coconut oil, and I know some people are very sensitive to that, so I did want to point that out. And other than that, no silicones, no parabens, no talc, no phthalates, no synthetic fragrances, nothing like that. I don't use none of them to cover my dark circles because I don't feel like they give me enough coverage. So I just like to use my concealer, and plus I do feel like they're too emollient and they tend to crease underneath my eyes, so I never use them underneath my eyes, none of them. And none of them were able to cover some acne scars that I have on my nose, so I'm just gonna conceal them with a little bit of concealer. Both of these foundations I like to set really well. Even though I have combination skin right now, it's pretty much, I don't know, very like dry and just a little bit of oils on my T-zone. I like to really set these foundations because I do feel like they tend to just move around and just don't last very well on me. I feel like they're not really long wearing, none of them are. I get a good, I don't know, 6 hours out of them both, so I am going to set really well everywhere, and then we go in with our creams. So I went ahead and applied a little bit of bronzer, and I set everywhere as you saw. So both foundations look pretty much the same thing. I don't feel like one is more glowier than the other one. Now that is all said and done, I don't feel like none of them are emphasizing any dryness or any dry patches at the moment. Right now they're both looking really good and very similar. So now let's move on to their blushes. And Baby Chicks by Westman is very nice, creamy and beautiful, very opaque kind of blush. With one swipe you get full pigmentation from these blushes. They're very easy to apply. You can use a brush, you can use your fingers, whatever it is. You're not really gonna mess up your foundation. I like to just take them like this and they go on my face. This is the shade Chouchette, which is a very neutral, easy to wear blush, and it doesn't have much glow. This is your sort of like satin matte blush, but it is very beautiful, you guys. It is so easy to apply and so easy to blend. This is one of my favorite blushes, cream blushes to ever exist. I love this formulation, and I do feel like they last a good amount of time on my skin. They're of course pricier than Merit's. This is $25 and this is double the price. On Westman you do get 6 grams of product, and on Merit you get 9. oh, I'm surprised. So you get more product here than what you get here. I'll make all my calculations and I'll put them up here because I didn't write them down. So now when it comes to Merit, this is the packaging. This is very plasticky and it is not as nice as this one or this one. I do prefer this packaging a lot more from their stick foundation. This is just, I don't know, it feels very, very cheap, I'm not gonna lie. So not comparable when it comes to the packaging, the presentation, they're really not the same. The finish, let's talk about the finish. This is very, let me do one swipe and you're gonna see. So this is it. You can see that Westman is very opaque on one swipe. This is more sheer and it's gonna give you that glossy and dewy appearance, and you're gonna be able to see it when I apply it to my cheeks. So these colors are similar. They're very comparable, so that's why I chose to use Shed, so I don't go looking crazy. And I don't know if the lighting is good enough to really let you see, but you guys, this one gives you a more, as I said, just glossy and dewy appearance. Maybe from the swatch you can see that it is glossy and this one is more just satin matte. When it comes to how they look on my complexion, you can see that they're very comparable. Both look pretty much like the same color. I didn't mention this one. This is in the shade Chicky, and yeah, this one is just a little bit more glowy, but on the cheeks they look very similar. Like I don't look like I'm wearing two different blushes. So now let's talk about their highlighting sticks, which is the next thing that we're going to be applying. So let's talk about this one by Westman. This is her light up stick. I'll put the prices and everything because I don't know them by heart. This is in the shade Nectar, and I believe she has 3 different shades. She has a newer one, and she has this one which was a limited edition to the box, and that's why it looks all gold. But normally her packaging looks like this with black and then gold. This is a stick. Let me just do a swipe. So this is what it looks like in the tube. So you can see it is peachy. The shade is Nectar. So it is one of those iridescent highlighter sticks. You can see that it has a little bit of a sheen, but it's not too much, but it does lean golden. So she says that this is best for medium to deeper, you know, complexion. The lighter shade that she has is more your pinky iridescent for more cooler tones and for more light fair complexions. So this stick is very emollient, very creamy, it never sets. I like to apply this with my fingers, and this is gonna give you that wet appearance. And let me show you. Sometimes because these products are so sticky, they tend to lift your foundation if you're not very careful with them. So I usually like to use a dual fiber brush like this. This one is by Real Techniques, and look at that. So that gives you totally that glow, that wet appearance on your complexion. Is very, very pretty. My biggest pet peeve with both of these products is that they do remain sticky, they never set, so they are always on my face, they stick to my face, and it's pretty annoying. In here you get 5 grams of product, in here you get 4, so you get equals amounts, but when it comes to the packaging, it is a huge difference. This weight, it weighs a lot. This one is just so light. I much rather prefer this one. It feels more, just more substantial on your hands. This one feels more plasticky, just like the blush, but not as cheapy feeling as the blush. And this is what this one looks like. I already removed my other swatch, but I'll do it anyways. This is more sheer than Westman. This gives you a true again, a true sheen. I am going to clean my brush with this towel here because I like to use this brush for these products, so so that I show you what it looks like. this is Merit's. It looks a little bit more cool tone, more platinum than Westman, which is more golden undertones. You can totally see the difference on my complexion, but we're just gonna leave them. I'm not gonna, you know, go even them out because we're testing these two, and I wanna set them. I do set them. I know I'm defeating the purpose because the purpose is that you look very glossy, but we are in the middle of winter, guys, and I'm from Canada and it is freezing cold, and today is like blazing snow outside. So I can't be dealing with these sticky things on my face. So I just set them, and I think you can still see that glow coming through, but not too much. But you guys, sorry, let's go ahead and do something very quick to my eyes, and I'll come back and just wrap up, you know, this first part of the video. Alrighty, you guys, so you saw how my complexion looks. Both sides of the face look pretty much equal. I don't really feel like one looks better than the other one. It looks like I'm wearing the exact same products, to be honest. I don't know, it feels a little bit heavy already on my chin, and I told you I'm dealing with some peeling around my chin area, and I feel like both Merit and Westman tend to emphasize those dry patches or those dry areas that I do have. If you don't set Westman and Merit, then they're just gonna slip and slide everywhere. So there's a fine line where you want to set or you don't want to set these products. I don't know. At the moment, it's very difficult because of course we're wearing a mask and everything just transfers to the mask, and then you end up with no makeup by half day. So I don't know. Right now it's feeling a little bit heavy right there, just right there. Can you tell? But so that's right in the middle where I applied the two foundations, so we can really tell which one. But I tell you, from wearing this foundation, both, they do tend to do that. Alright friends, so it is about 10 in the morning. I have a full day ahead. We'll see how these products do hold up on my complexion. I am very intrigued. I am going to be wearing a mask on and off, little kids, daycare, pickups, drop-offs, everything like that. I already did the drop-offs, but pickups, and then we're gonna run some errands. So I'm gonna try to wear these for as long as I can to come back and give you, you know, my honest and true feedback from these products. Alright friends, so let's wrap it up. Let me come back when the day is done and just share my final thoughts. So I want to see you guys then. Hey friends, and I'm back to wrap up this video and wear test. It is 6:23 in the afternoon, so it's been 8 hours and 23 minutes since I applied this makeup, and it is looking really good. I had my mask on and off, but I didn't wear my mask for a long period of time. I was like, you know, just on and off, had it on, and I think it equally just you know, transfer both sides. When I looked at my mask, I had makeup on both sides. I do feel like this looks pretty good, you guys. The blush is intact on both sides. As you can see, they look equally, you know, there. If anything, I say the Westman is more present than Merit, but it is very minimal. I do feel like they both stay put really well. My nose, my makeup is almost gone because it rubbed with the mask equally on both sides, and same for my chin area. So my forehead area where I didn't touch with the mask is absolutely intact on both sides. I don't feel like it's looking, you know, worn out or anything at all. Just around here, because again, I had the mask. I feel like it's completely, look at my chin. Is all gone on my chin, but it doesn't look creepy or crusty. It's just actually an okay wear for me. So prepping for me is a must. I have worn these foundations without a primer, and I do not recommend, especially if you don't apply a hydrating primer. I don't know, if you're oily, you may not want to do that, especially with the Westman, because this is more emollient. I do feel like, I don't know if you can tell, but I do feel like this area is more hydrated than this side. My smile line on this side is more prominent because Westman is more emollient. It's really, really hydrating product, so it really settles on the smile lines, whereas Merit is just drier. So I do feel like they're opposites, but at the same time they're the same concept. They're just kind of like the same thing. If you have oily skin, I think you may benefit from Merit. If you have drier skin, then you benefit from Westman. I have combo, so I'm in between. I'm a full mix, and I like them both. I do like them. When it comes to the blushes, I do again feel like this one stayed a little bit better than this side, but they both look really good, you guys. Look at that. It doesn't even, you know, it doesn't even show that much. So I think they both stayed put for 8 hours of wear. That is pretty good for a cream blush. I did set them, as you saw, after I applied that glowy thing. I did went ahead with a setting powder afterwards, so that might help the longevity of them both. But they hold up equally the same. When it comes to the presentation and the product, I do prefer Westman. I do feel like this is more slick and easy to grab. I don't know, this one is just, as I said, the packaging isn't my favorite, but you guys, they're very similar when it comes to portability and how travel friendly they are, and I'll get into that in a minute. And then last but not least, these two products, I feel like it is the same thing. I'm gonna show you a little clip of me. That was like 3 or 4 hours post application. I'm like, my window is right in front of me, and you can really tell the glow on both sides, and they glowed equally. And you saw me, I set it with setting powder, so it doesn't really matter that you set these kind of products. I feel like even if you set them, you're not gonna be super glassy, but at the same time you're going to have a natural glow that is gonna look like your skin but glowy, and that's good for me. The stickiness is not good. These both don't set, they're sticky. They're not my favorite kind of product, you guys. If you ask me which is my fave from Westman, I am going to say the blushes and the super loaded highlighters, period. If you ask me my faves from Merit, I'm going to be picking up this one, and their other product that I really enjoy, which I don't have right here, is their brow product. So those are my top two. Oh, and the brush from them. I do feel like this is an amazing brush. I've been non-stop, you know, applying my foundation, like stick foundation and blush with this one. I highly recommend. But these products in general, I just can't get along with, so I don't really recommend either of them, to be honest. I feel like with a glowy blush I could do, I could definitely do without them. I feel like, you know, we all need those pick-me-up makeup products for on the go, or those just pick-me-up kind of products for running errands or going to the grocery stores. These are gonna be it. Now it's for you to decide, do you want to spend you know, money on this luxury product, or you want to go this route? It's really up to you. If you have sensitive skin, as I said, both are going to be sensitive skin friendly. Both are going to have good ingredients for you. I mean, it's just a matter of preference. Here is the proof that they do apply and they look pretty good. I feel like my makeup looked beautiful all day. My complexion, it looks healthy, it looks glowy. You can see it looks very natural, just really youthful, and yeah, Alright friends, and that's it for now. Let me know in the comments. I need to know from you. Do you have any more questions? Did this help in any way? I hope it did. I really hope it does, because I know a ton of you had so many questions about, you know, these two brands and which ones to pick. I really hope I answered all of them. I really tried. But if anything was unanswered, drop me a comment. You know where to find me. Have you tried any of these brands? Do you want to try any of them? Any products that you know you love and you think I should try, just drop me a comment, an emoji, whatever it is. Thank you so much, you guys, for loving and supporting. Do not forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.